Hello. Tuesday evening. Sometimes the days get lost, but I try and keep a pretty good handle on that so that I'm making sure that I'm staying in the now, in the moment. And just a moment ago, I was sitting basking in the light of the moon and just so grateful to be able to witness the power, the magnetic feeling that is coming from the moon right now, the powerful intensity of it. And it brought me back to this moment about 6 weeks ago when the last time that I was sitting under a full moon, I was on a rooftop deck in Marrakesh, Morocco. And so, really surreal to be sort of remembering that trip right now and how epic it was, and how at one point in time it was nothing but a mere thought or a dream or a hope. At best, it was a maybe someday, maybe some other time than now I'll get there and I'll do epic things and have epic adventures. And there I was riding a camel in the Sahara Desert and walking like 10 kilometers a day and hiking the Atlas Mountains, and just phenomenal things that I was accomplishing because I didn't have time to think about it. I was living completely in the moment of now. Oh, now I'm at the top of a waterfall. It's 150 meters down. And I have two choices to make: to sit complacently and watch everyone else live their life to the fullest on a bench at the top. Still beautiful. Nothing wrong with that. And or move all of my reasons, justifiers, reasons why not, inactions, all my stopping places, all my worries, all my anxieties aside, and saying, what does it take to live a rich, full life? And in that moment, my answer is full participation, whatever that means. And it was challenging. And I challenged my body, and I challenged my mind, and I challenged my spirit. But I did it in the moment of now because there was nothing else. It was just the immediacy of things. So I'm noticing that, today, as I listen and I watch and I experience things unfolding, I'm completely aligned and always have everything that I need to serve me in moving forward to my next grandest version of myself. What's my next step? And it's been remarkable, and there's been a bit of a magic chuckle for me to find myself in that place of, isn't that interesting? So what you're saying is today that I woke up in this state of, okay, well, so what is it that I actually do want? I'm not really clear on that. I need some help in getting clear on that, and so that I can actually focus on a target and move towards it. And I have a general idea, and it's out there somewhere in the ether. But I've had a problem writing things down and committing to things and actually following through and not procrastinating and not finding a million reasons, 1,000,001 reasons, why I shouldn't, couldn't, wouldn't do it in that moment. And now, being that shoosh, time has been taken away in some respect, that I'm still at choice, but here I am at the top of the waterfall going, okay, so what do I do now? Do I sit complacently and wait for what's going to happen and find out what's going to happen and then make my move? Or do I fully participate in my life, take a step a day forward, make a plan, follow the plan, write down my goals? These are not new things, but they're new to the level of commitment that I'm playing right now. And so today, so many times I felt overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my gosh, this feels like a full-time job. I'm studying here, I'm writing here, I'm, answering this, I'm committed here, I'm on a Zoom call, I have to do homework for all of these things, I signed up for some more things. And although there was moments where I felt completely overwhelmed today, and maybe I bit off more than I could chew, I started to weigh things and actually sit with them. Sit with the notion of, what does this feel like to me? Is my body, my spirit, my mind, my heart pulling towards this? Or is it something that I am pushing away from? And when I sat for long enough, the answers came. And so today I participated in writing a vision, gaining clarity around what it is that I want through clarity through contrast, writing what I don't want on one side of the paper, then writing what I do want on the other. And I tell you, after writing all of the don'ts, I felt kind of, like all the things that drag me down or all the things that have always stopped me from doing the things that I say that I want to do. And then when I started creating on the right-hand side of the page the things that I want, it was electric. It was electric, and I could feel it in my body. I could feel this, coursing through this feeling of vitality, ignition, excitement, possibility. And so that I was standing in more of what I do want. So perfect today when the meditation was, I can basically manifest anything that I can dream. And so today, given the opportunity to have an accountability partnership for the next 7 days in this particular area of vision, mission, moving forward, getting clear and gaining clarity around what that even looks like for me. So I'm committed over here to my meditation. I'm committed over here to this accountability circle. I'm committed over here to this other group of people where I'm taking care of my physical health. So I'm saying, you know what? Since this point in time when we started, I meant to be drinking water this whole time. I meant to bring up my levels of intake around things that are good for me, and yet I still wasn't doing them. Isn't that interesting? And so today, I made sure that I drank all the water that I need to, because I had this call to action. I made a commitment. I kept accountable to it. And I checked in with the people that are supporting me, and I'm supporting them, which was perfect. And even though part of the day was a little bit stressful because it felt like there was a lot of things to do, that ultimately, when I take the time to just breathe and allow those things to unfold, everything that happens is happening to serve me in some way. And when I frame it like that, when I look at it like that, everything becomes an opportunity. Everything becomes an opportunity for growth. It's magic. So today when I pulled my cards, it was no surprise when I pulled Stardust, Galactic Communications, Beginnings and Endings. On so many levels, not just out there in the whole world, but also just right here, this sort of coming back home, probably for the first time ever. Being willing to tell myself the truth that I have been avoiding telling myself for years. I'm a powerful being. I'm a powerful manifester. I'm a magical, unique expression of love and light. It's my duty to share that. It's my duty to share my light in hopes that it will light the path for others to come along. And when I live aligned to that place, when I create my vision from that place, when I dedicate to getting on board with what my mission is, then the vehicles start to show up where my purpose will be fulfilled. And I just trust that that is true. And I move further and further into trust as I do the work. As I sit myself in front of the computer, as I do the homework that I'm asked to do, as I get the content that I'm being asked to get, and by participating in the things that grow me instead of the things that pass the time of day. The second card that I pulled, third day, fourth day in a row, snail's pace, because apparently I'm still not going slow enough. This is really the gift. To slow down. It's okay to take a moment, to take a breath, to realize and feel, and there were so many times today when I was, felt like I needed to rush somewhere, and I kept having to remind myself, right, I've got nowhere to go. Like there, right here, right now is just okay to be in this moment. And so it's going to be a practice of breaking some pretty traditional habits of the way that I've always done things and taking a look from a curious point of view, gently, kindly, with grace, allowing it to be effortless, allowing me to engulf the level of love and support that I give outwardly to everyone else all the time, without question, to myself first. And believe me, it's challenging for me because it's not what I've done. It's not what I've always done. I've been a mom since I was 16 years old. I don't know ever I put myself first, really, and was honest with myself and dedicated to myself to the degree that I feel right now. The third card that I pulled was storykeeper, pardon me. But I am a storyteller. My dad was a storyteller. I have a legacy of story. And my story has potential to help people. So I live in service to my story. I live in service to humanity. I live in service to building community, a place of belonging, a place of acceptance, a place of celebration, a place of love, of understanding. Of validation, of peace. I wonder what you have done today to serve yourself. I wonder if there's something that you could put in place for tomorrow. Challenge yourself to stretch in some of those ways that are uncomfortable. And just take a peek, just a little peek at some of the things that have been stopping you. I know that I feel this level of vitality that I haven't felt in a long time, and that I spend a lot more time in that vital place than I do in that freaked out, stressed out, fearful, oh my God, what's going on place, because I have a choice whether or not I spend time there or here. And so do you. I hope that empowers you to make a different choice when you find yourself in those places, and to be gentle and kind with yourself, and give yourself the grace in understanding that we're all in this together and that we're practicing. Practicing. Please go and take a look at the moon tonight. Allow that light to fall on you and ignite that spiritual place that's within all of us. So much love to you today and every day. Be well. See you tomorrow.